are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get a decent NHL slate considering there was 15 games yesterday. I believe they ran it back with 7 today. And then we get 6 NBA games. So we get a decent slate on both.
NBA slate's kind of trash, I'm not going to lie.
I've only locked in 2 plays in the NBA, and I'm locking in a third right now for the NHL. So nothing crazy as for plays so far. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Wasn't the greatest of days. I mean, I woke up down a little bit already from all of the futures that kicked in on my bet stamp yesterday, because they're all set for Saturday and Sunday. So I'm already down a fifth of a unit this morning because I put small one fifth of units on all these different futures for the NCAA tournament, and I'm down to A&M today, and I hit Kent State, and all my other ones lost. So
nice,
yeah, solid. But we did go 7-6 in college basketball, up 0.1 units.
Profitable college basketball there?
Vermont, Penn State, Dayton, Texas, Kent State, Duke, Arizona.
Okay.
And our losers were UAB, Utah State, Penn, Ohio State, Missouri, Vanderbilt.
Got it. All right, cool.
Yep. In the XFL, it continues to hit. Not every time, but it's hitting an amazing clip this year. Totals below 39.5 or lower. You take those over in the XFL. Houston, Orlando was 37.5. That was over in the third quarter. So that was a nice little winner there. The NBA is no betting allowed really for me right now, it feels like, because I went 1-4 yesterday. The Knicks fell apart late. Orlando, they went to overtime and they did win. So that was nice. Pistons lose by 6. I had them plus 5.5. Lost by the hook there. Atlanta loses by, I want to say, 9, and the Memphis game comes up 4 points short. So that was fun for that with all that. And then I reverse swept in the World Baseball Classic. I'm not really, this World Baseball Classic's not been fun. I think I'm 1-6 in the World Baseball Classic. So this
probably recommend stop betting it.
Yeah, I think so. I'm probably only going to bet American games or whatever, something like that. But Dominican Republic minus 2.5, they lose outright. Venezuela. USA, Great Britain over 13.5. They only put up 6 against Great Britain.
Oof.
So, not the best result I was hoping for there. In the NHL, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-9. Down 0.78 units. There we go. Boston and Detroit under 6. Winner, never in doubt, no sweat. Philadelphia plus 228 was a loser. Rangers minus 140 was a winner. The Arizona-Colorado game under 6.5 was a winner. I was really nervous on that one because it was 2-1 at the end of the first period. And then 1 goal was scored in the second. It was a scoreless third. Beautiful thing. Nice. St. Louis, Columbus over 6.5. I was getting worried. It was 3-1 at the end of the first period. It was scoreless through the second, and it was scoreless through about halfway through the third. And then there was a couple quick goals and then an empty netter, which helped me out for the over. Blackhawks, money line, and team total over. The team total over was never really in play because it was 0-0 and then 1-1 for a while. The money line, so close. So close. Tampa scores with a minute left in regulation. To take a 2-1 lead. And you people who had that chalky puck line with the Lightning got extremely lucky because the Lightning scored with a minute left and got the empty netter with 2 seconds left. So anyone who took the plus 1.5 puck line, I feel bad for you. Oilers plus 111. And the under 7. They were up 3-1. That was actually not looking bad. And then the Oilers go on to give up 5 unanswered goals to make it 6-3. Then it was 6-4. Then 7-4 is the final score. So ugly game there. Vegas Golden Knights team total over, a full game over. Thank you, Vegas, for putting up your goals. Jonathan Quick shot out the Carolina Hurricanes. That was shocking, to say the least.
No, it wasn't. What? We had that. We had that happening.
One goalie that's been a complete sieve all year? No, I did not have that. The Islanders don't show up. They lose 5-1. But I did get the over 5.5 in that game to kind of limit the damage on that one. Stars win in overtime. That was nice. Senators get blown out. The Wild -1 was a winner. But they choose, let's be an over team tonight. And win 5-2. So, yeah, I was shocked. The Wild scored 5 goals. I don't remember the last time Minnesota had scored 5 goals. But, of course, I had the under, so they did it last night. I got to look that up. When did the Wild score 5 goals last? And it was without Kaprizov. Granted, it was against the Sharks. But the last time Minnesota Wild scored 5 goals, oh, boy. It was in a loss. Last time the Minnesota Wild scored 5 goals, it was in a loss. And it was in Buffalo.
Wow.
On January 7th. It had been over 2 months since the Minnesota Wild had scored 5 goals in one game. So, overall, 9-9, down 0.78 units in the NHL. Overall was 18 and doing the math, 18 and 21, and I was down 3.62 units yesterday. So not a very good day for me.
Real quick, because I wanted to see what my futures looked like from when I predicted all the college basketball things, which are here, and here that I all gave out. My profitable futures is pending on Memphis today. Because I've gone 6 and 16 down 2.35 units. The last one I have is Memphis plus $5. Losers, I had South Alabama $8, Cleveland State $3.25, Fairleigh Dickinson missed by a point, $2.60, Moorhead plus $1.25, Salukis 14-1, St. Mary's minus $1.25, Hofstra $1.75, Nova $6.50, Boise State $3.75, NC State 14, Seattle 14, Quinney $3.75, Alcorn $2.50, Norfolk $2.60, UAB $2.20, and Akron plus $5. My 6 winners was Kennesaw at $2.75, UNC Ash at $2.40, Furman at plus $1.20, Santa Barbara at plus $2.30, Arizona at $2, and the Longhorns, Texas at plus $3.25. So real quickly, I just wanted to mention all of those because I was doing the math for that. Yesterday on the site was negative. It happens. We were down 1.63 units. Vermont was a nice winner to start the day. Then we had losing happening. Ohio State, Mizzou, Penn, and Vanderbilt, all losers. Dayton won by 10, so they covered. Penn State won outright, so they covered. The Knicks, loser. The under in that Colorado-Arizona game, winner. Texas, winner. Utah State, loser. The Winnipeg Jets, winner. Over in Carolina, loser. Edmonton, loser. Under in Edmonton, loser. Chicago, loser. Over in the Columbus game, winner. Islanders, loser. Atlanta plus 5, loser. Kent State, winner. Dallas covers the spread, plus 5.5. Golden State never in doubt in overtime. New Orleans Pelicans gets blown out. UAB got blown out. We had Duke to win yesterday, and they won by double digits. Sacramento plus 139, nice winner there. Dallas minus 117, winner in overtime. The under in the Minnesota game, loser. And then we had the Arizona Wildcats to end the night at even money. So Ended up being a little bit of a down day. Championship Sunday, Selection Sunday. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the Selection Sunday show at 6 o'clock when the brackets are all broken down. We'll end up kind of running through the brackets once they get released, and me and Nick will each have a first look bracket predictor on that when that happens. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that show tonight.
Yes.
Let's go say hi to the slate, to the people. Good morning, guys. Let's have a day. Let's do it. NBA slate kind of looks treacherous. I'll be honest, I have not put anything up on the site for NBA yet. I was looking Lakers over in Spurs. I'm still looking for them. Today is a really weird slate. Morning, boys. Do we think the Rangers over? Let's have a day. Should be a lock in that, right?
Yeah. Let me get up my numbers for that one. I think the 6.5 is correct. I think that line's pretty much spot on. So I didn't play it.
All right. Do we think the refs bail him out today? Supness. What's up, Lex? Princeton +4. Yep. Lean Yale and the over. I kind of like the over. I like Princeton. Princeton does beat the same twice, multiple times. Okay. Kings, my biggest play was a loser. Unfortunate. That sucks. Lex Lock was 4 points short. Bama won by 11. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Thoughts on Dayton? Yes, I like Dayton. Under in Bama. I could see it. Memphis, yes. My profitable futures depends on it. And then the under, sure. Hello, guys. What's up, Markel? Over in Oklahoma City and San Antonio, yes. I'm actually going to bet that one. Bruh, first half spread is Memphis +4. I don't hate it. Yes, Tim. Yes, Lakers. Let's get it. Because no LeBron, no problem. I think the Lakers are better without LeBron James. I got Rags over 6, taking a shot.
Oh, it's a 6.
What's up, Tim and Nick? I hit the like. Appreciate it, Richie. Meant to say Yale. They beat Yale twice. I gotcha. Yeah, I like Princeton. I do like the Lakers tonight. I think that's the only game that stuck out to me. Yeah. Knicks are scary, though. Not without Brunson, they're not. Do you think it's going to close in Penn State game? I like Penn State. I like Penn State in that one. All right. Let's go. Let's look at some NBA.
I've actually made a move in 2 games, and this is one of them. The Denver Nuggets are 9-point home favorites with a total of 230.5 here. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this game. This game opened up at Denver -8. It's moved up a point to Denver -9. This line opened up at 232. It's moved down a 1.5 to 230.5. My line for this game was Denver -5. So I see some value here with the Brooklyn Nets. And I have this game at a 230.5. So no value on the total. I am playing the Nets in this game. My little ragtag team that I've been betting a little bit lately that's been covering spreads. The misfit Nets, I definitely don't mind them there. This is too many points to a team that's proven to us that they can't cover big spreads. So I have no interest in the Nuggets as big favorites at the moment. And I think they're starting to get to the point in the season where they're looking forward to the playoffs. So I am on the Nets here at 9.
Yeah, the Nuggets. I don't know. I wonder if they have lucky numbers yet. NBA lucky numbers. In terms of playoffs. Not lottery numbers. What would it be? Magic number?
Magic number.
All right, I got it. Hold on. That is for the East. I want the Western Conference. Show me the West. Nope, that's all East.
They're probably at what? A 2?
Denver Nuggets. Would be a 1. to clinch playoffs? I think they're a 1 to clinch the playoffs. So a win or a Pelicans loss, I believe, would clinch their playoffs.
Yeah, they have a 1 for the play-ins, a 2 for the 8 seed, a 2 for the 7 seed, a 2 for the 6 seed, a 3 for the 5 seed, a 3 for the 4 seed, 7 for the 3 seed, 10 for the 2 seed, 11 for the 1 seed.
Got it. There you go. So there's your lucky numbers with that one. But Nuggets with a win, I think, can clinch a playoff spot. I mean, they're the number 1 team in the West, so you're not worried about just getting a play-in spot. But figure I'd just throw that one in there too.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
They're true magic numbers in 11.
This is out west and it's an early game, so kind of lean towards an under, but not going after it.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? What's up? Besides Yale, the other games today are on 3 days back to back to back. Yeah, maybe some unders in those games. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Had a few nice same game parlays. Blues over Columbus, never in doubt. Capitals money line in the under. There you go. I'll fade Hutchinson every day. The Keuchel of the NHL. There you go. Nuggets are good at home, but I don't want to fade it, but it seems like they're cruising. It does seem like they're cruising right now. I mean, they just lost to the Spurs. So Penn State and Memphis spreads college basketball.
Yes.
Outright winners. But anyways, we'll keep rolling.
Yeah. Get another decent-sized favorite here. This one's on the road, though. The Cleveland Cavaliers are at the Charlotte Hornets. The Cavaliers are 8-point road favorites. Total of 220 in this game. This line opened up at 8, and it's moved up to 8.5. This line opened up at 220 for the total, and it stayed at 220. I have Cleveland as an 8-point favorite in this game, and I have this game as a 217. So it's a lean towards an under for me. I think the side is spot on to pass, though.
Yeah, I will say there's 3 games today where I feel like you're either betting all of them or you're betting none of them. Because I wouldn't want to pick and choose. And those plays would end up being Nets, Hornets, and Wizards. Because they're all against teams that are kind of coasting towards the playoffs with the Nuggets, the Cavs, and the Sixers. So if you're going to go after one of them, I feel like you have to go after all of them because they're all either going to cover or they're all going to not cover. It's not going to be an in-between. I feel like if you're going after one, I wouldn't want to pick and choose because I don't want to pick the wrong one and go from there. I'm going to end up betting none of them just because I don't feel like I need to get to them. But it would be a lean towards the Hornets for me in this one as a home dog, but I'm not trusting Charlotte right now.
Yeah, and I kind of disagree with the you pick all, you pick none. For me, it's just I don't see line value in it.
Yes, but if anybody's betting it, trying to fade either the Nuggets, the Cavs, or the Sixers because they're trying to coast for the playoffs, and you're only
if people are betting that angle, then yes, you have to. But if
you're betting it off of that angle, then you have to do all 3. If you're betting it because of line movement or whatever the case may be, fine. But for me, I lean towards the Hornets. But I'm not betting this one.
Fair.
Morning, a little late to the party. Damn time change. It happens. Seriously. Ain't no way I'm betting the Hornets. That's fair. Rip Sabres retro jersey day. Finally took the second loss in them. Yeah, it only took a generous call by the refs and then a nice, easy 4-on-3 to end the game.
I mean, they only missed a call before that, but it is what it is.
Rangers player grabs Dahlin's stick. Penalty on Dahlin. Makes sense. Hornets on back-to-back. Cavs coming off a loss. I like the over 220. I don't hate it. Let's ride to this game.
Yeah, the Washington Wizards are at the Philadelphia 76ers. 76ers are 7.5-point favorites in this game with a total of 227.5. This line opened up at Philadelphia minus 8.5, and it's actually dropped a point to 7.5. This line opened up at 232.5, and it's dropped 5 points to 227.5. This line, wow, that's quite the line movement there on the total. I have Philadelphia as a 7.5 point favorite in this game, and I have this game at a 230. So I have a lean towards the over, but no play for me.
Now, once again, it would be a lean towards the Wizards for me, but it's bet one or bet all or bet none, and I'm betting none of them. Grabbing dogs that are against teams that are trying to coast. And I may end up going and betting all three of them, but did I freeze? Did you freeze?
Nope. You're good.
All right, good. Never mind. Sorry, I just saw your thing just went and did a pinwheel thing. But anyway, it's bet all or bet none for me, and I'm betting none of the dogs trying to fade coasting playoff teams. So pass for me in this one. I do have 2 plays on the slate that I did put up on the site.
Yeah.
I like Houston more and more. The line goes up. The line goes down.
The Cougars?
No, that would make me like Memphis even more. I think the Sixers could cover here, but I'm off. That's fair. Let's head down to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Portland Trailblazers are at the New Orleans Pelicans here. The Blazers are 1 point favorites, total of 231 in this game. I have this game at a forgot. Line movement. Let's take a look at where this line has moved, and I think I might be making a move on the side in this game. Kind of. This line opened up in New Orleans -2. It's now Portland -2. So this line has moved 4 points, and it's crossed over 0. As I need to know, Tim, have there been an injury? This line has gone from 230.5 to 231.
Pelicans are on a second leg of a back-to-back.
They are?
Yep.
Did I just completely miss that?
They played yesterday against the Thunder. I had the Pelicans yesterday, and they lost by double digits.
Yeah. Let me make sure I did this correctly then, because I have New Orleans as a 2-point favorite, and I have this game at a 232. So I have a slight lean towards the Pelicans in this spot. Let me redo this real quick. I think I messed up on it.
That's fair. I passed on this game. This is the last one I passed on. I promise I'll have the plays on the last 2 games. Pelicans off of a second leg of a back-to-back. But I can't back Portland because I just don't trust them on the road. This is a Portland team that is wasting Damian Lillard's career. And this is just not a game I needed to get involved in between 2 teams that are kind of spinning in circles at the moment. So this one's a pass. I laid off of it.
Yeah, my number says New Orleans -1. I'm not going to play this one because I don't like the way the line's moving. I don't like that it's crossed through 0.
That's fair. Joker over his pros. Yeah. He's a stat patter. He gets his own. Oklahoma City against the spread. I don't hate it against the Spurs, although it is only a 3. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Same time? You mean Dame time, which is kind of similar to James time. James time's a Counter-Strike joke. Anyways, under in the Houston game, yes. Bruins puck line.
Sure. I have no interest in that game.
Only way I look. Fair. Parleys are done. They ain't getting my money. Fading them, guys. Fair. I like backing Parleys at home, though. If you're going to back them at home. But I did yesterday. Did not work out. I'm not going back to them today. Blazers first half. I could see it. Well, I plays in the last 2 games, Nick.
Yes, I do have a play in one of the last games here. OKC is -3 against the San Antonio Spurs. Total is 238 in this game. This line opened up at 3.5, -3.5 for the Thunder. It went down to 3, and it's come back up to 3.5. This line opened up at 236.5. It's gone up 1.5 points to 238. My numbers for this one here is OKC -3. So I think this line is spot on for the side perspective. And as for the total, I have it at a 243. I got the over at 237.5 at -115. I got that for my play for this game. That's where I'm looking at for this one. San Antonio, Oklahoma City. I got over 237.5.
I was able to get over 234 on the site. and that was about 3 minutes ago. I don't know how, but I did. It was on Bodog. Yeah, because I looked through and you see 236 and a half, 237, 238, 238, 234. I'm like, oh wow, okay. I almost pulled the trigger on Spurs money line. I think the line's short. I may end up pulling the trigger on it, but I like the over in this game. Still a Spurs team that does not play defense. Allows about 122 points a game. So for me, over.
An OKC team total is probably not a bad option either.
Yeah. Oklahoma City is 0-4 as road faves. All right, say no more.
That just pushed you over the edge.
I was close to betting it anyway. San Antonio money line plus 140. So now the two teams I'm betting on today are San Antonio and the Lakers.
Okay, that's fun.
Ugh. San Antonio money line. Let's get it. I just added it. All right, let's keep rolling to the final game, which
Yeah, the Lakers are 2.5-point favorites with a total of 225. This line opened up, I believe, at a -3. It's gone down half a point to -2.5. This line opened up at 224. It's gone up a point to 225. My line is the Lakers -3. So I think that line opened up at the right number. And I have this game at a 226. So it's no play for me. I'm good. I have two plays into this NBA slate. Brooklyn Nets +9. OKC, San Antonio over 237.5.
Yeah, this is another one where people are going to see the red hot Knicks at plus money and go after it. I'm taking the Lakers today. It's gross, but I have no problem backing this Lakers team when LeBron's not on there. They seem to do a lot better without LeBron for whatever reason. They're winning games without him. He went out a couple games ago, and all of a sudden this team's won 7 out of 10. They've won 4 out of their last 5, only losing to Minnesota. Like, this is a team that's actually starting to win now, and they're 1 win away from being even 500 this year. Kind of crazy. I still think this team loses in the play-ins, but that's not the point. Where are they right now? I believe they're tied for 9th in the Western Conference playoffs. As soon as my thing would like to load. NBA standings. They are tied for 9th. They're a half game ahead of the Jazz for 9th. They're a half game behind Minnesota, half game behind Dallas. So, and they're a game and a half behind the Warriors for the 6th spot. They were just 1.5. Well, now they're 2.5. Yeah, Lakers. I think I'm going to take a stab with Knicks first half winner, Lakers second half. What is that called? It's called threading the needle. I don't know what it's called, I'm thinking. But sure, why not? That is all the NBA games, Nick. We'll go head over to the ice, where I think I'm getting deja vu because Boston is playing Detroit. Boston's -230. 6 is your total.
Yeah, except for they got out of Boston and now they're in Detroit.
Yes.
That's the only difference between yesterday and today. Let's get up where the lines have moved in this one. This line opened up at -240 for the Bruins. Went up to 250 at some point, and it's now down to 235. So it's gone down 5 cents since opening. This line opened up at over 6 at -115. It is now over 6 at -107. So it's moved 8 cents since opening as well towards the under. That's my lean in this game is the under. It's Husso and Swayman today. I have this game projected for 5.71 goals, so it is a lean towards the under in this spot for me. Not a game I pulled the trigger on, though. I'm not a huge fan of this slate today. It's a really treacherous slate. I got a couple games bet for the late slate or the later slate, but early games are not really jumping off the page for me.
There you go. That's fine. By the way, I was scrolling through Twitter. Italy is moving on in the World Baseball Classic with another solid performance by the Dark Knight.
Oh, my God.
Italy, Harvey has started both games that Italy has won. Sorry, I figured I threw that one out there. Go Harvey. Double chance. Cool.
Oh, he's saying the first half full game type of thing.
Oh, there you go. Double chance. There you go. No, double chance has something to do with overtime.
No, double chance is money line or overtime or something like that.
Hit the like button. I'm only seeing one like. Come on, boys. It's all right. Y'all should DM Jimmy Selection Sunday show follow by Hockey Live Betcast. Is Jimmy the Bag doing a Selection Sunday?
Yeah, he does a Sunday show. No,
we're gonna do one in ESP. So, I'm also fading Vasilevsky again. I like the Hurricanes. Who do the Hurricanes get? The Devils. And it's a pick 'em. Ooh. I have to look into that one. I'm late. No, it happens. Penguins team total over 3.5 tonight. And puck line. Halak to start. Halak is poop. Damn it. I hope the Rangers win tonight. Same. I like Hurricanes money line, but they're not at home. They're not. F. It happens. Double chance means a team ties or wins. Correct.
Yeah, I just looked it up. All it said was halftime / full time. That's what it said.
Wait, there was a time change? I don't understand what the timing change. As opposed to tie, no bet, meaning if it ties, the game is a push. Got it. Hurricanes open as fave, then the line flipped. Give me the Canes. Curry did me dirty yesterday. It happens. I was on the Warriors. We'll head to this game, Nick. Rangers and Penguins. Penguins minus 120, 6.5 is the total. I would say all these teams. I would say the Rangers and Pittsburgh's on back to. Everybody's on a back to back, minus Calgary and Arizona. But Pittsburgh minus 120, 6.5 is your total.
Yeah. I'm not particularly interested in this game. I had this game when I was looking at this one last night. This line had moved since then. This line opened up at minus 108 for Pittsburgh. It's gone up 11 cents to minus 119. This line opened up at over 6.5 at even money. It is now over 6 at minus 103. So it's moved 3 cents towards the over. If I could have gotten a 6, I'd be a little bit more interested in this total because I kind of like this game to go over 6, but at 6.5, I think this line's spot on. I have this game projected 3.32 to 3.22 in favor of the Penguins. So I have the Penguins as a slight pick-em favorite and 6.55 goals projected in this game. So very slightly leaning towards the over. Not particularly interested in this game though. This one was a pass. It'll be probably an interesting game to watch, but nothing I'm betting. I don't have that much action on this slate today. It's weird.
That's fair. By the way, I think we forgot to mention Boston Bruins clinched a playoff spot.
Yes, they did.
Okay. I just saw that I looked up the standings to see how depressing they are. And I saw the X mark next to the Bruins name. Thought you were an Islanders fan. I'm a Sabres fan. I hope the Rangers win so that Pittsburgh loses. That's the whole thing. I need a bunch of teams to just fall apart now. No wonder I'm daylight savings.
Huh.
No wonder I'm tired. F the Rangers.
That's why I woke up at 10, not 9. Huh.
I had you had their team total over. Yeah, I
just had the money line, and I beat the line movement on the money line yesterday.
Yeah, I was on Buffalo, so it cost me a nice 3-teamer. That's what that was, Nick. Thanks. Gotcha. Hour went up. Got it. Clocks moved. I didn't realize that.
I didn't even notice that.
Penguins. You like the puck line? I hope they lose. Also, Pittsburgh raised to 2-3. All right. Crosby player props. Anytime goal. Over shots on goal. You're going all Crosby. I hope he slips and breaks his pinky.
Hey.
No, okay. We got a solid matchup between the top two teams in the Metro, and this is closer than people think. Carolina's at 94 points. New Jersey's at 92. So with a regulation win, New Jersey can tie the Canes in this one. This is a pick 'em. It's in New Jersey. 6 is your total. Fire away.
The Devils win the Metro this year. The Devils are going to win the Metropolitan Division. I think they win this game. And what I've seen from the chat is this is not a very popular opinion, but I'm on the Devils money line here. Let's take a look at where this line has moved. This line has opened up at minus 105, and it has stayed put at minus 105. Over 6 opened up at minus 113. It's moved 4 cents towards the under. It's now minus 109. I have this game projected 2.98 to 2.63 in favor of the Devils. 5.6 goals. I lean under as well in this game. But I have the Devils more like minus 125, minus 130 in this game rather than a pick 'em. So I did grab the Devils here at the minus 105 pick 'em price. When we look at what the Devils have done, they've played really well. They've won the expected goal battle in 8 straight games. They've won the expected goal battle by at least a goal, at least 1.5 goals in 6 of their last 8 games. They're coming off a win, and this is a very important game. This is probably going to be a sold-out Prudential Center because they get this win in regulation. They could have a stranglehold over the Metropolitan Division. They'd be tied with Carolina, and Carolina would have a game in hand. Right? Is that how it works? Yeah.
Carolina has a game in hand.
Carolina has a game in hand. They're 2 points in head. So that would tie them, and Carolina would still have a game in hand. Yes. But yeah, I think the Devils win this game, and the Devils potentially go on to say to win the Metro. And unfortunately, that line is not available to me. That future is not available to me. All I'm seeing is conference futures and cup futures, unless I would have taken a stab with them today, because I think this changes the momentum of the Metropolitan Division, and the Devils can go on to win the Metro after this. These top 2 teams also have the 2 toughest schedules in the Metro, so this is being interesting to keep an eye out for. But yeah, I am very interested in the Devils here and Devils futures. I think the Devils beat the Rangers in the first round if they don't get the division.
Okay. Canes got shut out. Now they got to go to New Jersey. The Devils aren't that great at home. I think the Canes should be a bit on edge, and I like Pewter. I feel like, and Nick, I don't know if this is. Do you think if you played both puck lines and the draw, you could be profitable on this game?
I can see a 1-goal win in overtime or a 1-goal win in regulation. I've seen sometimes these 2 teams, especially Carolina. If Carolina's up, sometimes getting an empty net goal for them is like pulling teeth.
That's fair. I figured I'd throw that one out there. Penn State, Houston parlay. Penn State, yes. Houston, no. Game of the day, yes. The Buzzsaw. Who's the Buzzsaw? Cool. Devils and the ugly under. Vanacek could check off.
Yep.
No. Under, sure. Just based off of Piotr is better. Off of swag, Piotr is better. Oh, wait. I had Curry over points. It had 14 points in the 4th quarter. All right. Somehow he got to 36. Cool. God, Southern Utah sucks. Cost me a few dollars. It happens. Definitely like Canes. Plus 1.5, but no value. To pick them, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'll be doing a disservice if I didn't mention this guy's player props. Dawson Mercer. All right.
Okay. Jets, Lightning is the next game. Lightning minus 185, 6.5 is the total.
Yeah, let's take a look at this one here. We have this line open up at Tampa minus 182. It's moved 3 cents towards the Lightning at minus 185. opened up at over 6.5 plus 109. It's over 6.5 plus 108 now, so it's moved 1 cent towards the over. Under. It's moved 1 cent towards the under. The line's gotten worse for that. So, no, it's gone to the over. It has gone to the over. My bad. Yep, I'm making up my mind. Yep. David Rich and Andrei Vasilevsky is your goaltending matchup in this one here. I have this game projected 3.57 to 2.83. So I have them around minus 170, minus 175 favorites in this game. So I think that line's pretty spot on. I have this game projected for 6.4 goals. Once again, I really don't have an interest in this game. I mean, I feel like I've passed more on this slate than I have all year. Like, this is just not a slate that particularly jumped out off the page to me. I've got 3 plays locked in, and I don't know if I'm going to add any.
Hey, you don't have to. It's fine. We got college basketball today, Nick. Red Wings.
Good luck. I have really no interest in that game.
I'll be back in the better goalie here, and you like the over. That's fair. 4 games left. The Vegas Golden Knights, after a big win last night versus the Carolina Hurricanes, are going up against the St. Louis Blues. The Knights are minus 140 road faves. 6.5 is the total. Let's hear it.
It's a tricky game because it's going to be Bennington on one side. And on the other side...
Hey, Benny, friend of the program, by the way.
Yeah, Jordan Bennington, friend of the program. On the other side, it's going to be Yuri Patura. If you haven't heard about him, because he's making his debut this season. And I'm trying to see let me try to see if I can get his minor league stats. To see what he's done in the minor leagues, to see if he's somebody that should be faded or should be backed. For the Henderson Silver Knights this year, 266 goals allowed average and a 916 save percentage. That's been bad. I have him as a 1 on my spreadsheet because I literally got nothing on him. So I can't say he's an above average goalie. I can't say he's a below average goalie. So this is one big question mark for me. And with it being a 6.5, I really don't have too much of an interest in this game. If this was a 6, I would take a shot with the over. And I have this game projected 3.6 to 3.11. So I have them around a minus 150 favorite. So I lean towards the Golden Knights in this game if I had to pick a side. It's once again a game I did not get involved with. This one's just a tricky one, in my opinion, with it being a brand new goaltender. So it's kind of a wait and see how he looks, and just a complete pass for me.
There you go. I know you're on Terry's Wild, Nick. Who is that goalie?
Yuri Patura.
There you go. Some tennis plays. Enjoy. All right, good. My favorite play today is the Blues and the over. You love the Blues. Roll Tide. Roll Tears. A&M. Outright. Let's get it. Let's head over to this game, Nick, where the Calgary Flames are hosting the Ottawa Senators. 6.5 is the total. Calgary's minus 185. Are we going to see a drop-off from this Ottawa team?
Maybe. Once again, this is a goalie with basically no sample size for me. I think Mondelezi has played 2 games. It's going to be Mondelezi and Markstrom, with Talbot still out. So this is another one where I have one goalie with a goalie rating of 1 because I don't know if he's an above-average goalie. I don't know if he's a below-average goalie. My guess is he's going to probably lean towards the below-average spot. But with that being said, I see some value with Ottawa in this game. I think that maybe I could go after the Senators here at plus 166 against the Flames. The Flames are not a team to be trusted at this big of a price, plain and simple. Looking at where this line has moved, it opened up at minus 170 for Calgary. It's now up to minus 185. So it's moved 15 cents in the direction of the Flames. It's Senators or nothing for me in this game, but the Senators are on a second half of a back-to-back.
Calgary's not numbered.
Calgary's not. They just lost the Anaheim Ducks.
Okay.
But yeah, I've really no interest in this game at the moment. But it's got to be Senators or nothing from this line. Senators are also just got blown out against the Canucks of all teams. So another pass, but it's Sens or nothing for me.
I'll be rooting for the Flames. Morning. No tennis. No, we don't do tennis. Here you go. There's Lex's tennis picks. Enjoy. Flame spot. I hope so. I just need just the info I needed. There you go. Senators played with no heart yesterday. Hopefully they play with no heart the rest of the season. LOL Senators and under. Agreed. Sens come out pissed and finish a victory. Finish with a victory.
I can see
or
that.
Calgary comes out pissed because they just lost to Anaheim.
Calgary's been soulless all year. They're frustrating.
We'll figure that one out. Predators and Ducks. The Preds are minus 155. 6 is your total in this one. Fire away.
Yeah, I've actually made moves on these last couple of games here. And actually, I have not bet this one yet, but this is one I had lined up and one that I wanted to bet. We have the Nashville Predators. Or let's take a look at where the lines moved first. The Predators opened up as minus 155 favorites. It stayed there. This total opened up at 6 minus 108 to the over. It's even money to the over now. I have Saros in net against Gibson. I have this game projected 3.79 to 2.42. So I see Nashville as a pretty significant favorite in this game. And that's exactly where I'm looking at for this spot. Minus 155 plus 165 here. So let's see what the line is going to be. Plus 104. Plus 104. Nashville minus 1 against the Ducks today. Is where I'm going to be going for this one. I actually have a play in this one. Yay. But yeah, I'm looking at Nashville in this spot. This is a team that is coming in off of a nice win yesterday. But with that being said, they should blow out the Ducks in this game. And I'm getting plus money on a minus 1 line to fade the Ducks. Granted, I know the Preds are on the road, so that's probably why. And the Ducks are a little bit more rested. With that being said, I see this as one of those where the Preds got to start showing up in these games as well. So I'm on the Nashville Predators minus 1 plus 104.
There you go. Nashville it is. Grinch hates the Preds. That's fair. No whack attack?
No quack attack, no.
How about the over in the Flames game?
It's tricky. I think it's just slightly towards the under for me.
And the Predators chomp on the Ducks and the under.
Yep.
There you go. Final game of the night. The Minnesota Wild are taking on the Arizona Coyotes. The Wild are minus 195 with a total of 6 in this one. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, as Richie alluded to earlier, I am on the Minnesota Wild here. Let's take a look at the line here. This line opened up at minus 215 for Minnesota. It has dropped 18 cents down to 197. Just the early line move, but this total opened up at a 6 plus 109. It's now gone down half a goal to over 5.5. Which makes sense. This Minnesota team should be a 5.5 team. But looking at this spot for me, where is this Wild game? My spreadsheet, there it is. I have Gustafsson and Vejmelka. Or no, Persvetov. Persvetov is the goalie for the Coyotes today, which another one where there's not enough of a sample size for me to have full numbers on him. So he's a 1 goalie where his numbers are league average. That's where I set goalies that don't have much stats. Sometimes I get those wrong. Sometimes I get those right. Whatever. I have this game projected 3.66 to 2.08. I'm on the Wild minus 1 at minus 126. So I have this spot for I have the value on the Wild here. So I went ahead. I took the Minnesota Wild. They're going to have to continue to win games if they're going to compete with the Stars and the Avalanche for the top of that division. The Avalanche are low-key probably falling off a little, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that plus 400 that I was hoping to hit. Well, with that being said, I mean, they're 7 points off, 2 games in hand. Blah. But yeah, I think Minnesota continues to win here, even without Kaprizov. I think we're going to get some value fading back in this team without Kaprizov. So Minnesota -1 at -126 for me.
There you go. It's one of those disagreeing days. All right, John. You got Bama, and so does everybody else, and VCU. Let me just look up. I'm going to go on pregame real quick to see what they got for the money on these games. Everybody on Yale. Well, more money, more people on Yale, more people on Bama, more people on Houston, more people on VCU, more people on Purdue. Everybody's on the favorites today. Got it. Most of the money's on all over the favorites. Last time they played, it went under. Fair. Blackhawks will beat the Bruins. Oh, and that's on Tuesday. He's got a feeling with that. Zuccarello, anytime goal. Don't hate that. No,
yeah,
Nick,
that's
no
not bad.
comp at all for us.
Yeah.
No comp.
No competition. He wants the Stars just to walk to the Pacific or to the Central Division crown.
Got it. A&M plus 5.5. Yes. Dayton. Yes. Love Princeton playing Yale. Yes, I love Princeton too. I'm actually on every single dog today. So that is all the games for today. Make sure you guys come over for around 6 o'clock for the selection Sunday show. We'll be watching as the bracket gets announced. We'll give our first looks, some teams on upset alert, some interesting matchups. We'll talk for that for a little bit. Me and Nick may even, hopefully they have fillable brackets out by then, and we'll each fill out a bracket and go with it. So I'm excited for that. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Week pass, $49, because yes, we got the NCAA tournament, but on the same side, there will be games we don't talk about. CBI and NIT, those tournaments. Stay tuned for that as well. All of those are going to be on the site when it comes to it. A little bit of a recap for me. I don't really have much in the NBA today. I grabbed the over in the Spurs game. I grabbed the Spurs, and I grabbed the Lakers. That's it for the NBA. Nick, NHL recap.
Yeah, I have 3 plays in the NHL, 2 in the NBA. It's a small slate for me, but I am on the Nets +9. I'm on the Thunder Spurs over 237.5. And then for the NHL, Devils money line, Preds -1, Wild -1.
There you go.
That's it.
Bruins Lightning money line parlay. No. No. Jets out right today. Lakers over, sure. Dog day, yes. Lightning lose, fade Vasilevsky. Any favorites you don't like? I don't like any favorites in college basketball today. I like every single dog. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Make sure you guys stay tuned 6 o'clock for the Selection Sundays show. We'll see you guys over there. Bye-bye.